could always use an extra hand around here. Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather. Don't bother talking to that person from Crater. Nasty bunch, aren't they?
You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does that he'd have come up with something more medicinal. If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia...
Good evening. The formal gardens have always been the pride of the Whitespring.
I think we can make this place home for a lot of people, yourself included.
There's a chess set around here if you ever want to play. Folks don't join the Responders for cash. They join to make a difference. Orlando is very charming, but to be honest with you...
I wouldn't want to be wrong. What about all the silly everything else spread somewhere?
If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the Responders have an outpost in Flatwoods. Need anything? If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia, be sure to tell them about the Whitespring.
Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it.
I think we can make this place
It's been
home
sunny
for
all
a lot
week.
of people, yourself included. If you ever find yourself in a bind, you can always call on us. We could always use some extra hand around here.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker have any other requests I could help with?
Miss Rucker spends all day planning, working, worrying. If only she'd spend part of her day cleaning up after herself.
Well, she did mention needing some help with something for the clinic.
The Whitespring is in shambles! A mess! How can I clean that which continues to dirty itself? Oh, these responders have gone too far! The better question is, what is right? Everything has run amok. Chaos. Chaos! The responders have taken over the Whitespring. Imagine all of the dirty footprints on the carpet. Dust all over the tables. The horror. I am but a humble servant of the Whitespring Resort, dedicated to greeting each guest with pleasantries and candor. Or I was, back when our guests had class and decorum. It's some sort of relief effort for all of the refugees in and around Appalachia. If only there was a relief effort for my stress. That would be the enigmatic Orlando. They oversee the Whitespring and are allowing the responders to stay here, as well as their constituents. I do apologize for the mess. Please enjoy your stay.
Management would be pleased to hear of all the activity here. Wow, they've really done some up here.
Mr. Della Ripper
Need anything?
only likes to organize his stamps. Nothing else.
Oh, well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment, that will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely Responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf. Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The Whitespring is now home to the refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The refuge is being run by the Responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them. What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the Responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those Indust Wonders have repaired a Vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for. Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the Responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing being, of course, their trust. The Vertibird does belong to them, after all. Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded.
How are we going to accommodate so many guests?
Wonderful, my dear. I'm certain you will be a tremendous help to them and the refuge. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. Skippy Roerich, the Pitt Union representative. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
Donations? Drop off your donations over here. Help support the Responders. Build up the refuge and give... You might not need it, but I guarantee somebody else does. If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not? Well, hello there, stranger. Pleased to meet you. I'm Sophie Wagner. Look around. The refuge. Quite a place, isn't it? I mean, sure, fancy pants golf club resort, that's nice, but I'm talking about the refuge. A haven for the lost, the dispossessed, the hungry, and unfortunate. A monument to our ability to have compassion for each other. Isn't it grand? Isn't it worth preserving, building, growing? Now that's what I'm talking about. People supporting each other. You got the right spirit. Rucker's put me in charge of running a bit of a donation drive. Have you met Rucker? She's amazing, you should. Anyway, it might surprise you to know an operation like this is always churning through supplies. We work hard to keep things in stock, and that funny Orlando character does their best to help out as well, but, well, we still have shortfalls. So here I am, asking generous folks such as yourself to help us fill in those gaps and keep the refuge running.
Learn to make the best of it.
Let me check my notes. You would not believe how fast we've been going through our stash of steel scrap. It's been nuts. 50 units, if you have it, would go a long way.
You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does that he'd have come up with something more medicinal.
Yeah. The warm glow of providing aid to your fellow person. The joy of supporting a noble and worthwhile cause. Isn't that great? Okay. If that's not enough for you, Rucker's given the okay to dole out a little of some supplies we've got plenty of. I got a feeling you might be helping out there. So I bet you'll find a use for these. That's okay. I'll be here all day, though. It'd really make my day.
Appalachia's supposed to be the safest place around. But I've heard of the monsters that lurk in the woods here, and I'm not so sure about that.
Sorry, I'm not much for conversation. Ellison talked my ear off.
Glad to see you've returned. Are you ready to donate? Bunch of stuff you could scrap for it. Tools, fuel cans, utensils. Scavengers find that kind of thing all the time.
This wanted robot tried to give me a haircut before running off.
Okay, that's... I hope you'll... Glad to see you...
It's been sunny all week. I love it.
That's okay. Come back if you're ready to donate.
Maybe I come off a little too strong. No, maybe not strong enough.
I was out scavenging for food earlier. Only got attacked by scorch once.
The world runs on
We have
that.
regional flavors you won't find inside the Mutal world.
These responders must really have a game plan. They're always flitting about. That's something in mind.
If you ever find yourself in a bind, you can always call me.
These refugees will last one day.
Cleaning this place up actually gives me a
These robots sure make my job easier.
bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry about?
The work I do is extremely rewarding, but boy, is it tiring.
Dash of this. A sprinkle of that. Perfection.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but
Still getting used to sleeping with
just not super safe. I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
The Whitesprings decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
Good evening.
Bombs destroyed Pittsburgh and why? Because we were building bombs to destroy civilians. There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
Our sommelier recommends drinking.
Can you lend me a hand? Well, I'm a representative from Foundation. I'm just here to talk about some trade deals and to report. Well, we think it's kind what they're doing here for the refugees, but a lot of them are coming to Foundation too, and we just don't have the resources to take care of that many people. All right, talk.
Why even bother helping people that can't help themselves? So this is a place that's bringing all these damn people to Appalachia.
It's nice to see people around in the Responders uniform again.
Helping people's our chief mission. The uniforms.
Need anything?
Just a nice bonus.
If you need a bed for the night, I'm sure Orlando could find for you.
Everything is too clean here. Dirty it up a little.
I think I heard a Projectron bark the other day.
Glad to see you've returned. Are you ready to donate? That's okay. Come back if you're ready to donate.
song.
I should check if those Blue Ridge folks carry letters, too. Glad to see you've returned. Are you ready to donate?
How's out scavenging for
You
food?
do? Amazing. Thank you so much. This is going to be a big help. It just so happens I got a little something for you as a reward for your generosity. We might need a lot of things, but you know how it is. Poor in one way, rich in another. I'll put together some of what we can spare for you. And I've got a feeling you're gonna need them. See? Mutual aid. Everybody wins. Thanks so much for the help. Drop by again. If I know Rucker, I'll be looking for something new every day. Take care of yourself.